smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know.
Doe normaal. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new to my channel, I'm your host, Mr. Kenzie. Let's begin with this video. Today's topic: 3 magic ingredients in life. Now, during my NoFap times, during my fasting times, I also came across NoSocialMedia. And I was trying it out. Not touching my phone at all. Not for games, not for scrolling on YouTube or whatsoever. None of it. I just left it. Now, of course, the first couple of days you will feel the need to grab your phone, but eventually it went gone. Then I started to notice that I started to do more things than just staying in bed or sometimes behind my PC doing just some work, but I became a lot more productive. And when I was doing a couple of days with fasting along with it, because NoFap is just something that came naturally, but also no sex is also part of NoFap, because you will build up all the sperm and let's say the semen retention will give you the boost. And then I found that it's kind of magical what it does to you. Like really, you become a whole different person, like an enhanced person. And when I was thinking about this, I was thinking like, you know what? I need to share these things with you guys because I felt awesome with these 3 magic ingredients: NoFap, NoSocialMedia, and fasting. Now there is a reason why. Because all of these things, when you're fapping, when you're doing social media and you're not fasting but you're eating garbage, etc., you're wasting a lot of dopamine. And eventually it will get you demotivated. You will not feel motivated to do anything. You will not feel the same rewards in doing anything. So eating eventually becomes binge eating. Social media will actually turn into having your phone 24/7. Fapping will turn from an hour per week into let's say 10 hours per day. And all it does is wasting much more dopamine and you will have less pleasure. That's why we feel depressed during these times. Now, when you abstain from all of that and you abstain from fapping, abstain from social media and from food, you will have more dopamine and more pleasure. Now here is why. NoFap is known for giving you much more dopamine because you become dopamine sensitive. So instead of wasting all the dopamine on fapping and watching porn, it will be actually saved up. That makes you have more energy, the semen retention and the blood flow and the dopamine will result into having a higher libido, and the semen retention will also make you have a better brain function. Now, NoSocialMedia has also a benefit, and that's the same thing. You'll have much more dopamine and you'll become dopamine sensitive. That's why I wrote here more dopamine sensitive, and dopamine receptors are going to increase with fasting. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood it a bit, you know? So more dopamine with this as well, and you'll become much more productive. Why? Because once you abstain from your phone, all of a sudden you will think of other things to do. All of a sudden you will think like, you know what? I want to clean up the house a little bit. You know what? I'm done with this house. I will start doing my financial administration. You know what? I want to do something. Let me start my own business. You will see a big difference during the time of no social media. Yes, you can use your social media for business purposes, etc. But I would say that if you're gonna stop social media for a long time, you will see a drastic change in your life. I mean, WhatsApp is fine, but you know, it's far more pleasing to me to talk with people face to face. I'll have much better conversations than talking to the phone to somebody. I mean, I like to visit people. I mean, I like to have a laugh face to face. I like to make people laugh. So you will see that when you have no social media, of course you can have it, but you'll put your phone away. You will have a much better contact with people. You'll become much more socialized. So, no social media will also make you spend your time better. I've noticed myself as well. The things that felt not important in the beginning became very, very important. Now, one of the things I like to do, and that sounds quite funny, but I spent my time with better things, like I said. But here was the thing. Now you'd be thinking like, Mr. Kensei, the hell is this? Are you now collecting Pokemon cards? Yes, but for what? I'm buying and selling these things. Now, of course, this is an empty. Here's the other one. Excuse me. I'm buying and selling cards and making more money with this. These cards are quite expensive, if you guys can see. These cards can cost per card, like this one, 40 euros. The Venusaur promo. You'll have this one, the Pichu promo, for example. Also an expensive one. I have so many other cards that are high in value, like Blaine's Charizard. I'm not talking like a kid here or something, but what I want to say here is I'm spending my time to create something for myself. I want to make more money. And when I'm making more money, I'm doing something productive that I'm going to use over time for better things. So if I'm going to sell these cards, I'll be able to stack all the money that I have and buy a supercar, for example, something I can use. Or I can sell those cards and have a wonderful vacation at, let's say, the Maldives or at Bali, or name it, visiting the US and Hawaii or something. You know, those are the things that make me go and do these things, because why wouldn't I sell those things? Why wouldn't I make money with this? If I can make pretty good money and if I have experience with these things, why wouldn't I? So, now combine fasting, water fasting, dry fasting, intermittent water fasting, intermittent dry fasting, and intermittent water dry fasting. This creates more dopamine receptors in your brain. Now, with this, you're also training your self-control. And when you're having this, and you have much more self-control, you'll be able to withstand the withdrawal from no social media and from NoFap, aka the flatline. And what happens with all these three is it creates much more dopamine. Of course, I had to say more dopamine, but it's much more dopamine. Means more pleasure. And when you have much more pleasure, you will have much more motivation. Much more pleasure and much more motivation. I won't write it down here because you understand what I'm trying to say here. This is what will create a much better life. These are the ingredients you need to have a much better life. Go and find something and do something. I mean, I like to fix bikes and sell them. I like to buy cheap Pokemon cards, check the value of them. Of course, I will check the value before I buy them, of course, and then sell them for a higher price. I like to get car parts that are quite expensive, but I buy them cheap and I resell them. That's what I'm doing, reselling things that I'm buying. And I'm creating a much better and a stable financial situation for myself. If I ever want to buy a house of 900,000 euros, in the future I'll be able to do so, and I have plenty of money to do everything in my house. You know, get a nice studio with, let's say, sound isolation. I'll have one of the best beds, one of the best benches, one of the best. You get my point. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create the best life possible, and I cannot do it if I'm spending my time fapping. I cannot do it if I'm spending my time on social media, and I cannot do it if I'm wasting my stomach on garbage food that is not healthy for me, and I cannot do it if I'm actually wasting and destroying my body. So I need more dopamine receptors, I need more energy to be more productive, spend my time better, I need to train my self-control, have more dopamine, NoFap, more energy, high libido, a better brain function, to be able to have a super cognitive function, doing something, remembering things, investing, etc. And that will create the best thing in my life. And that's my future. And if I cannot do it for myself, I will do it in the future when I'm having offsprings. That said, that's it for today's video. Because yeah, guys, I'm gonna really guarantee you, if you do those things, your life is gonna be different. You're gonna change. Even your body's gonna change. Then why do you think I'm doing all this? I'm even losing a lot of weight right now. I feel better right now. So yeah, much more dopamine, much more pleasure, much better life. 3 magic ingredients in life. Remember that. No fap, no social media, fasting. Start fasting today. Start fasting, even if it's intermittent fasting. Start even intermittent social media by doing it in the morning. Drop it throughout the day. Don't even touch your phone until before sleep. No, don't even do it before you sleep. Do it at least 2 hours before you sleep, because even the blue lights from your phone can keep you awake because it raises your cortisol. And if you're fapping, do this as well. I can guarantee you, if you do no fap, no social media fasting, wow, it's actually a snowball effect of the best things you can have. And no side effects. No side effects. Because this is what we used to be before all of the stuff came in our lives and actually made us wow. Sorry, it's quite itchy. It was kind of painful too. And that is actually what made us become an empty shell of our former selves. I mean, if our ancestors would look at us right now, they would laugh at us. That we're unable to have contact with people. That we're unable to have conversations with people. That we're unable to be productive. That we're unable to do those things. That we're having lack of energy, etc. Those people never had an issue, and we shouldn't have it as well. That's it. Like I said, that's it for today's video. Yeah, 3 magic ingredients in life. My advice, it's up to you what you do with it. I'm gonna do it anyway. So, thank you for watching. Like and share this video, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications. And as always, doe normaal.